I'm Dave Cathey, the food dude, and I have with me in the studio what I like to call the H&8 gang. I don't know. I know gang is it's kind of a.
I like it.
Sorry, okay.
Dream
Good.
team.
We have Laura Massenat. We have Jonathon Stranger. We have Brian Bergman. You guys, the new season is coming up here. Who's excited? Anyone?
Super excited.
A little bit. And Laura here, you know,
There's a balance.
You were there at the inaugural conversation on this. It's been well documented. You were there when when it all happened. So you look at it now, and you're worrying now about crowds of 20 to 40,000. It's a long way from 3 trucks and 200 people, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I think it's the magic of knowing, having an idea of what you're trying to create community-wise, the feeling that you're going for, but not really putting a lot of numbers on impact on how many people, on how much this and that, but like we're going for a feeling. And I think that's
so the event
us.
is the thing,
yeah,
not the profit, not the
right.
all that other stuff. That's really cool. I know, Brian, you play a big part in that. You know, kind of give us your viewpoint. I mean, you came into it a little later, but you brought it a long way.
Yeah, we what Laura said, I really like that, because I don't know that we've ever like sat around and like, it's exciting whenever you see the numbers, but I think we've gotten more excited about other things besides the numbers. It's like whenever we get phone calls about random things, and like some of the parts of the event that we're the most excited about are not the things that 40,000 people do. It's the things that 200 people do, or maybe 500 people do, or even like 50 people do. Like, we get excited about all the little things and like the unexpected, like that's where like magic happens.
Sure.
You know, it's everybody expects the music to come from the stage, and they expect to have food trucks. They expect all these things. Then they're walking along, and there's these kids playing in a jazz band that just showed up, and they're like, "Well, this is great that you guys did that," and we're like,
yeah.
Didn't really do it. We just
They just showed up
and guys sitting there typing poems on typewriters for
Right,
$5 an
right.
order.
Yeah. Chefs and clown noses? Or no, we haven't done that yet.
No, I haven't done that one yet.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, never mind. That's coming up this year, right? So, no, Ludovine and R&J now is ready to be on the other side of the thing. Talk about, how this affects what you do.
I mean, it affects, in the beginning, when the whole idea was conceived, it was the two of us hanging out on this kind of abandoned corner at one point. And it was kind of a way to grow it. And, it's interesting, kind of what she said, it's never been about the money or, hey, if we make this event, look how much money our businesses will make. At Ludovine, we actually lowered our prices that night, just for people to have fun and keep with the event.
But we're not telling anybody.
You can, because that's what the event's about. When we met at the beginning of this year and we said, what are we doing? And H&8 went in one direction, and we're like, we started this, it was all about spreading the love and building community, and that's what we're going to keep with. And that's what we've kind of done this year, and retooling it a little bit, expanding it, including more people that we're excited about the same things we're excited about. We're excited about Midtown, we're excited about downtown, we're excited about providing a different experience each time for people, and we've worked really hard this year to achieve it and make the event better for 40,000. Last year, we were planning on handling 5 to 10 every time.
Yeah.
It was not. There was more. And so this year we're planning for 30 or 40 so that we can manage the crowd, lines faster, more bathrooms, and make it a more pleasurable experience. Because coming from food service, you worry the most about when you walk into H&8, what is it like as you go through it? How easy is it for you? So we've done a lot this year to improve that.
What is it, Brian? It's a snapshot of the city we live in. What's the...
Yeah, we want it to be 3 things. We want it to be a snapshot of what it looks like to live in a city. We want it to be a place where we encourage people to be good neighbors, and we want people to discover the city they live in. Yeah. And it's like, and we're seeing other things pop up around the city that are doing a lot of those same things, which makes it really easy for us to get excited about it. It's like, some people are like, well, they're kind of doing your thing. Like they want to like engender this like competition. It's like, well, what are you guys going to do? They stole your thing, and we're like, all right.
Have a bigger community?
Yeah,
it's a community effort. I think that's the thing that can get lost in something that so successfully draws throngs and throngs of people. Yeah. Usually we associate that sort of thing with making money, football games, basketball games, concerts, things like that, which are fun, but they do cost money. And so this isn't what this is about, and that's part of, I think, what the magic is it's just folks getting together and having a good time and doing what they do well. So we got some new stuff coming in this year. Who wants to talk about the new stuff at H&8 this year? Anyone?
I kind of want to go back to the money thing, if you don't
Money
mind.
thing, please, sure.
Sorry.
Before we move forward.
Give it to us. I'm kidding.
Because I want to make sure that there's no misconception. We don't, our individual businesses make money on H&8 Night because it's a busy night.
Yeah.
But we don't make money off of the event. We don't charge people to come. The vendors pay a very modest fee that just doesn't even cover our expenses for the event. So we're a nonprofit, and we really rely on the support of volunteers and our sponsors who help us make it happen.
So volunteer more and sponsor more, right?
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
I said it. I'll say it again.
So if you're starting a new event thinking you're going to get rich off of it,
And a lot of people are surprised that I've heard this more this year in our conversations. A lot of people are really surprised that we don't have like a whole staff of people that this is what they're dedicated to. I got an email from another organization. They said, we want to bring some volunteers down. And I just emailed them and said, I don't have any time to talk right now because we're 5 days away and we're doing everything we can for this month. So can I talk to you next Monday? And they were like, well, I thought you guys were like full-time, like you do all these things. And they were like, we totally get it. But they were legitimately surprised that we don't have like,
who wouldn't be?
yeah, we don't have like a wing of a building that's
when
filled
you
with,
look at it, it seems like a big event like so many others, like a music festival or something like that. And it is as far as the number of people that are there, but there is not that infrastructure there. There are no wristbands. There's none of that. So yeah, remember that.
So
folks,
it's a seat of your
there.
pants kind of event.
It kind of
Let's
is.
be clear, yeah.
Volunteers are needed.
It's very much, we're going to do this. Is it going to work? I have no idea.
Well, that's part of the.
Are we going to lose money? Possibly.
That's part of what makes it so
really
easy to
cool.
It's gonna be
support, too,
great.
though.
Yeah.
It is. It kind of reminds me of those old Andy Hardy movies. Hey, let's do a show for the block, and we'll do a lemonade stand, and all the kids get together and they entertain. It's really kind of what this
Coming
is.
next month to H&8.
It's the Andy Hardy special. There we go. Very good. But now, can we now talk about new stuff?
Yes, let's talk about
All right,
what's new this
let's talk about
season.
Who wants to talk about new stuff?
Jonathan does.
So things that I'm excited about at the event, we have the Oklahoma craft beer kind of area, we'll call it, and how it integrates with the event this year is really cool. So it's up on a hill on 9th and Hudson, and then down below on the hill is the Energy, who are becoming way more involved, and we're super grateful to them. Love what they're doing. And it's a human foosball table, and they're going to run it kind of like an intramural league. And the craft beer garden will kind of serve as this kind of pub-type feel overlooking the whole field. We've got Anthem, Black Mesa, Elk Cove all on board, which we're really excited about.
Great.
We wanted to bring in more beer because there's more great beer. Yeah. It's not, we don't push it, this is a drinking, party type event, but there's great Oklahoma beer happening. It's growing as, faster.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we want more of those people to be recognized. So I'm really excited about that. Selfishly, I am really excited about the tiki party at R&J because I love a good tiki party. That's the selfish part. And then OCU, I'm really excited to see what they bring to the neighborhood.
Yeah. Now, tiki party, it's after the fact. Okay, very good. All right, what else? New stuff. Is that
Do I have
it?
to dress up for the tiki party this time?
Yes, everything that we do, you have to wear.
Gotta have grass skirt, the whole bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, I'm excited about the new layout because we're spreading things out. We're grouping the trucks in about pods of 4 or 5. We're kind of staggering them along the block, so it's not going to be so packed in. You're going to be able to kind of see what's happening down the street and move along. It's going to hopefully draw people to walk and or cycle through the event and through Midtown because there's stuff happening on 10th Street. We're not blocking it, but there's the industry flea.
Yeah, it's easy to get over there.
And Blue Garden up there, and then there will be stuff happening at 10th and Walker too, in that area. So hopefully people will be walking around and getting around Midtown.
Yeah. So industry flea. Brian, talk to me about industry flea.
Industry flea is going to be at the corner of 10th and Hudson. In the past, we've had last year we had kind of our 7th Street shopping village that was 10, 12 vendors. We were trying to find like little ways that we could kind of engage local shopping in what we were doing. And it was way more successful than we really imagined it'd be. Like some nights I was like, they'd tell me how much they made that and I'm like, that's amazing. Like we didn't anticipate that. So this year we had an opportunity to work with Allison and work with that whole crew of people that do the holiday pop-up shops, and they're gonna basically set up that same kind of vibe there at 10th and Hudson. And we'll have way more vendors, way more. And the great thing is, like, this isn't going to be like this collection of, like, it's things that people here are making.
Right.
They're creating these things. This is us and our people doing our things in our way. And it's not just, we're not looking for a way to sell something. We're just going, we got really great people making really great things. We just want to be able to go, hey, look at this.
Yeah. support it and hopefully inspire people to do their own kind of thing. Because for me, that's what the biggest thing that H&8 does is it inspires. And maybe not in that hurrah kind of way, but in that way where you see something like, oh, I could do that.
I can do that.
And I can do something really similar to that. Yeah. It inspires you to act.
And what's funny about that, I think this is funny, and I'm constantly reminded of this. Whenever people look at it and go, I could do something like that, a lot of times, like, because I'm a fairly competitive person, I'm like, oh, I bet you can. Like, yeah, it's a lot easier than you think it is. Like, but instead, it's like whenever I hear people say that, it's actually kind of a good thing. Like, I actually don't take that as like a dig. Sure. I take that as, yeah, you can. Why can't you? Because it's like, we had a couple board meetings. It's like we're sitting over at Ludivine for a board meeting. It's like I'm just kind of sitting around a table with friends. Like we're eating some food and we're talking. And after we were done talking, we ended up hanging out for a little while because, of course, we're sitting at a great restaurant eating really mediocre food. No, we're eating really great food.
Thank you. You found me out.
We're sitting in a restaurant eating really great food, sitting with people that we like, and it's like, why wouldn't we do this? Why not? So yeah.
And we got, of course, live music is back, 7 to 10.
7 to 10. Yeah.
Well, actually, it will
first band will start at 7. The final band will wrap up at 10:45.
Okay. So the event ends at 11. Then you got tiki parties, and I guess the industry flea is still going on to that point.
Yeah.
So So folks, it's H&8. It's back. You got to see it. It's Friday. Don't miss it. We'll see you there. Thanks, guys.